Yo, 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 yo.
Hey, the boys are back in town.
We're back, guys. We're back. I promise. Hey, we ain't left. We didn't give up on this. It's
We,
just,
we've
so,
been off for a good reason. B Hill talking
so-
about the new addition to the house, man.
guys, November 16th, we welcomed my new baby boy to this world, me and my wife, Anna. Bradley Glenn Hill. He was 7 pounds, 14 ounces. He was 18 inches long. Um, as of right now, he's doing good. He's in there nursing with mama and probably laying down about to go to bed. And man, it's just been that's why we have not been on here, guys. Just so y'all know, so everybody's aware. We are back though. Things are back in action. And man, hey Corey, what better time to come back, my guy, than to
Yeah.
be sitting here and we got conference championships this weekend in college football. So
Oh man.
I figured we could find some time to hop on here and talk about that, my guy. So go ahead, get us started.
Well, you know who it is. It's your boy Corey Hilliard, my boy B Hill. We are the house divided. We are back. If you've been before, you know what it is. If it's your first time, me Casa Sukasa, B Hill, talk to him real quick and we'll jump into this.
Guys, it's real easy. Just do some simple things for us. Hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell while you guys are at it. There's a thumbs up button there as well. If you guys could go ahead and hit that as well. It helps with the algorithm, gets our content out there where more people can see us and view us. Comment down there. We always want to hear from you. But last but not least, guys, share this stuff. Put it on TikTok, put it on your Instagram, put it on Twitter. Share it for us, get it out there so more people can view us. So, Corey, we want to
I'm gonna share the screen real quick.
I think I know which one you're wanting to go with first.
Which one you thinking?
I just have a feeling.
Where's my boys Stephen G at so he can
It,
talk about Okie Light real quick?
it's one of them. It's one of them, my guy.
Yeah.
There it is.
Who would have thought after that ass whooping we took in South Alabama at home
Uh,
that this would be the outcome? We are
my
sitting here, my Oklahoma State Cowboys ran off a 5-game win streak, then turned around and got our ass whooped by UCF. Had to come back against Houston on the road, had to come back against BYU. And we hadn't really talked since the Houston game. Man, as a Sooner fan, before we talk about this championship game that we got with Texas, you told me off air that you were sitting at the Thunder game and about everybody in the stadium was on their phones watching the game because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Sooner fans thinking BYU was going to do those Sooners a favor and beat the Oklahoma State Cowboys this past weekend and put y'all in the game. Any thoughts on that?
I mean, man, yeah, there is some thoughts. Um, congratulations, man. I'm not gonna make this out to be like Oklahoma State doesn't deserve to be there. I'm not gonna make that out to be that way. But at the end of the day, I think we all knew. I mean, they were not about to let BYU beat y'all, and they were not. You know what I mean? They do not want a Texas and an Oklahoma Big 12 championship game. They got, to be completely honest with you, though. I mean, just to kind of like jump in here to where we're going to be picking games and stuff like that, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Just an early little preview here, man, before we dive deep into the game, man. I really don't think that you guys stand much of a chance against Texas, bro. And that's not any slight or any trash talking to you guys. It's not. I'm going to be rooting for you guys. I don't want Texas to win this football game. I really don't. But I just don't.
I think I can sway you a little bit if you look deeper into the evidence. And the my boy Sarkeesian, I watched his press conference on Monday, and he was talking about the game. We share 3 common opponents, 4 or really more than 3, but one of the reporters asked Steve Sarkeesian, what does he think about our season? And he said, well, they played Kansas State, and OU. We played the same 3 opponents. They went 3-0, and we went 2-1. So,
yeah, that's not a bad take.
And I'm gonna take it a little further. I'm just gonna look at Texas's schedule here. We did beat OU. OU did beat Texas. We got a lot of shit for the Houston game. We beat Houston on the road at Houston by 13 points. They beat Houston by 7, right? They beat Kansas State 33-30 at home. We beat Kansas State 29-21 at home. You guys beat the living shit out of TCU. They beat TCU by 3 points. So I'm just going up and down the schedule now. Should they be favored? Yeah. Are they the better team? Yeah. But I'm looking at some of the people that they played and some of these outcomes. They only beat Iowa State by 10 points. I mean, TCU, bro, you only beat them by 3, and that's with Quinn Ewers. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, it's not like they're world beaters, and that nobody can beat them whatsoever. I'm just looking at the schedule, man. I think we got a pretty good shot, just as much as anybody's had. I would say that we're a better team than TCU. We beat Kansas State by more than 3 points. They can only score, beat them by 3 points. I mean, does that, should that give me a little confidence as a Cowboy fan here?
It definitely should. Here's the thing, man. It's going to be interesting to see. Texas's defense has been very, very good this year. If I'm not mistaken, their defense owns like the number 1 on third down percentage as far as like allowed third downs. I think it's at like 26.9% or something just stupid low.
They got the number 1 rush defense as well. They got the number 1 red zone defense.
There you go, Corey. You just made my point for me right there, my guy, because the number 1 rush defense, I can tell you right now, Ollie Gordon has not faced anything like what he's about to see with the Texas Longhorns defensive front. This is going to be the best defensive front that he has faced thus far, even including Oklahoma into that one. It really is. Really is. And Oklahoma, kind of like if we look back on all the games, they're probably the team that matched up the best against Ollie Gordon and kind of neutralized him to somewhat of a degree.
Yeah, so, I think he ran for 140 against you guys.
I just don't think you're going to have Bowman. He's going to have to make plays
to
win this football game.
Yeah.
That's your big key. Ollie Gordon can line up in this game. He can rush for 100 yards. It's going to be a lot harder than what it had been. You look at the spread, it's at 15.5. It's just screaming to me to take the over, to be completely honest with you. I'm going to stay right. 15.5, that's not bad. I'm just more of like a 2 touchdown kind of guy. So I'm going to go a little under that 15.5, but I got Texas winning this game, man. I just don't think they're going to cover 15.5.
That's fine. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to go back to the schedule, but, a completely garbage TCU team
that's
put up 30 on them.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, just as well as I do, it's all about matchups. And the way that they matched up with Houston and y'all matched up with Houston are 2 different type of game plans. It's 2 different sets of player. That sometimes that don't matter, because there was plenty of years that Oklahoma lost to Iowa State, had no business losing to them, and they went on and they just were world beaters against everybody else.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your little soliloquy there. It was nice.
That's fine. They got to deal with us too, though. I mean, they hadn't seen a running back like Ollie Gordon all year.
And y'all don't have to face Jonathan Brooks. So and I think Cedric Baxter's a little bit hobbled, a little banged up right now. So we'll see. We'll see, man, because y'all are better than the last opponents that they have played, and y'all are better than TCU. You're better than Kansas State. You've proven that this year. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
They got to be careful. Because here's what's happening in the media. Everybody all week is a foregone conclusion they're going to win the game.
Hey, and here's
everybody's telling, and we're playing with house money. There's nothing for us to lose in this game.
Exactly. And sometimes that can be scary for the opposing team that is playing with house money or that isn't playing with the house's money. because Oklahoma State's going to come in there, and I can guarantee you one thing: Mike Gundy will have you boys ready to play.
Oh yeah,
that's a fact.
yeah.
So
He's going to be telling them all week. Nobody thinks you can do it. You know what I mean? Look. We definitely have enough bulletin board material
100%.
to have us motivated. So
100%, I agree.
All right. So what's your final score on that one? What you got?
In Oklahoma State and Texas, I could see it being something like a 35-21 type of game.
Okay.
Maybe a little more than that. 30. That's about where I'm seeing, man. I think Texas is going to be able to neutralize Ollie Gordon, and I don't think that they're going to allow Bowman to beat him.
All right.
That's just where I'm at with it.
I think Bowman has a surprisingly good day. I'm going to go 35-31 Pokes.
I would have. Hey, man, if that's the case, I'm going to be just as happy, and I'll come on here and I'll celebrate with you, my guy, because I don't want to see them Shorthorns win. But if we're being realistic and I'm just looking at it, I just can't not pick that game that way. So that's where I'm at.
I got you. All right. Let's go to the Pac-12 championship game. This is going to be the last one in the Pac-12's history.
Yep.
Which is sad because they had the best conference, I think, out of anybody this year, top to bottom. So it's kind of fitting that, they get a top 5 matchup. This one's going to be on Friday, 7 p.m. on ABC. I'm pretty sure the Ducks, they are favored. Now, the Ducks lost in Washington earlier this year. I think we remember that game. They were up 4 points with about a minute and a half left, decided to go for it, didn't get it.
Yeah.
Scored 2 plays later. This all happened on Washington's field. And so Vegas is right now saying that Oregon is the better team. 8.5-point favorite is what it opened up at. And now it's all the way up to 9.5. So the money's coming in on Oregon is what that means. When the line gets bigger throughout the week, that means the money's coming in on the favorite. Man, this is a matchup between I got to ask you this. Bo Nix right now is a lot of people's favorite to win this Heisman Trophy. I think a win in this game would solidify it.
Yeah.
What do you think about Bo Nix? And then I'll let you kind of talk about the game and give your pick.
Man, Bo Nix has absolutely been doing nothing but balling this year. I mean, look at the dude's stats. It speaks for itself. He's got a high completion percentage. He's only turned the ball over twice as far as throwing the ball.
That's
He's got
crazy.
37 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure he's got something on the ground too, if I'm not mistaken. What is it? Where's his rushing? Does it have his rushing on here?
No, it's just all passing.
Because I'm pretty sure Bo Nix has run the ball as well.
Yeah, he can run. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got some rushing.
So let's just say he's nothing short of about 50 touchdowns. I would probably beg to differ that he's around that area. So Oregon in that first game, they should have won that game, Corey. They really should have. You alluded to it, man. They were up by 4 points. Washington, Michael Penix, they made that drive, went on there. Everybody was high on Michael Penix. These last few weeks, though, Washington's kind of just been surviving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you look at their last 5 games, it really hadn't been anything special. They barely beat Washington State. That was a rivalry game, though. So you give Washington State credit for showing up. They beat Oregon State on the road by 2. They beat Utah, who dropped out of the top 25 this past week, by 7. They struggled with USC, gave up a bunch of points to Caleb Williams, which is nothing to be, mad about. But USC has shown not to be the team that we all thought they were. So, I mean, look, 15-7 against Arizona State. That's 42-33. They really, I mean, I did call it the best conference, and there's a lot of good teams in the conference, but I don't think that they've been the style points as good as Oregon has. I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oregon's played better football after that loss.
Yes.
But I mean, hey, Washington's 12-0. They haven't lost a game. So they don't have a stain on their record. They don't have that. But, man, it's going to be hard for me to pick against Oregon in this game, especially on a neutral field. I just think Oregon is a more complete football team.
Okay.
Dan Lanning has them boys playing very, very good football right now. I mean, the way they beat Oregon State the other day, I don't know if you caught that game, Corey, but they absolutely
Yeah,
dog.
I saw the first half. It was
They skull dragged them, my guy, and they
yeah.
just and you see how they beat Arizona State. They beat USC. They beat the mess out of Cal. They beat the mess out of Utah. You want to talk about earlier how you were saying about the common opponents. Corey, I got Oregon winning this game by at least 10 points or more. Minimum 10 points.
Ooh.
I just think that they're the better football team. And I think that Michael Penix will give Oregon's defense a little bit more to play with. I love that 9.5. Give me that. I'll take the over on that all day. All day.
Okay.
All day.
Right.
Where you at?
It to me, it goes back to what Washington's going to be hearing all week. I think you're going to see a very, very motivated Washington team. I'm going to pick Oregon to win, but I don't think they cover the spread. I think Washington beats the spread. I can see Oregon winning by 3.
That's gonna be interesting too. Whenever you start talking about the college football playoff,
oh yeah.
Because
look, the winner of that game is going to be in.
100%, 100%, 100%.
This is a de facto playoff game right here.
Let's play this out for a second. Let's say that Oregon, right, beats Washington, close, 3-point game. It was a real close game. That's Washington's first loss. They also beat Oregon in the regular season.
They're out.
Okay, but hold on.
We'll talk about that after. We got to cover the rest of the games.
Okay.
Save that scenario for later. I know where you're going. Yeah, save it for later.
This game right, I'm not going to pick it that way.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
Georgia in this game, we don't even really have to discuss it that much. Georgia's going to win this game.
4-point.
Georgia's going to win this game. Georgia will win this game. Give me the over on that. Georgia will win this football game. They are the much better football team. That's where I'm at with it, man. And I know that's just crazy to say, but
who you think's better, Georgia Tech or Alabama?
I mean, come on, man. Who you think that Georgia,
Alabama?
Okay, Missouri's good.
I know. Missouri's beating Alabama?
Well, no, but they didn't beat Georgia either, though. Now, did they?
I'm gonna take the upset in this one, bro. I think Alabama's getting slept on right now.
I like that. I don't hate that pick. I don't. I just don't see it happening, my guy. I just don't.
I do.
I just don't.
You talking about the best college football coach of all time?
I don't give a shit. These are the back-to-back. These are the back-to-back national titles.
Nick Saban will prepare his team the best he's ever had them prepared.
And so will Kirby. And so will Kirby Smart. I can promise you that, my friend.
I got Alabama winning this game, man.
Really? What is?
I'm just telling you that they're the only team in that conference that has the horses to match up.
I don't hate that pick. I don't. If Alabama, man, if they win that game, you want to talk about absolute chaos and bonanza for the college football playoff committee.
Yeah, we'll talk about it here in a minute. We're getting close.
I mean, this next game, these next two games.
Yeah, we can give a quick summary. Michigan.
They're gonna
Iowa can't score points, man. Look, they're 21.5 favorite.
But they're 10-2, my guy.
I know, but because they got a cold ass defense. But their offense is hot ass, bro. You want to look at their schedule real quick, bro? I'm gonna show you.
No, I know.
It's hilarious.
I'm already knowing.
Look at these scores, bro.
Already know. The over-under total for that Nebraska game was like 24-25. I think it was like 24.5, and they scored 23 points, bro.
Bro, they lost to Penn State 31-0, 26, 20, 15, 12. They lost to Minnesota 10, 22, 15, 13.
And Michigan
they've been over 20 points 3 times this whole year, 4 times.
Well, Michigan don't have all their signs, so it's a wrap.
No, you still want that don't mean nothing. They can't do it anymore. I mean, shoot.
They doing it still. They doing it still. Yeah, they are.
And then last one, this will go into our conversation too. I think
I got
Louisville just came off the loss to Kentucky.
Louisville win that game.
No, hell no. What?
Florida State's missing that court. I think they're missing their backup too. He got knocked out of the last game.
If the backup's out, then and they're only a third stringer, then they're in trouble.
That's what I'm saying. I think Louisville's going to come in hot that they lost to their rival in Kentucky, and I got Louisville winning this one in a close game. An upset.
Mine's only 2.5.
I'm going for chaos, Corey. I want chaos. I want Florida State to lose. I don't want it. I mean, God, I can't believe I'm about to say. Let Texas win. Then you got Ohio State still sitting there. You let Alabama beat Georgia. And you got Oregon beating Washington. Who's your 4?
We got to backtrack here. Say all of that again because.
So you got Georgia would get beat by Bama, right?
Yeah. Let me pull this up real quick. Keep talking.
Georgia would get beat by Bama. Oregon beats Washington. Texas wins. And so you'd have Texas and Bama would both win. They would both be champions of their conference. But you've never seen them leave out the conference champion of the SEC.
Yeah.
But you would have Oregon that beat Washington.
Oregon's going to be in. Michigan's going to be in. Right? So the Pac-12 winner is going to be in. Michigan's going to be in because they're going to beat Iowa. Let's just say Florida State does win, right? Let's say Florida State wins. Let's say Texas wins. And then let's say, and you saying Alabama beats Georgia. 2 teams are going to get left out. 2 teams are going to be pissed off.
Who?
Because it's going to be 2 spots for 4 teams. All right. If Alabama beats Georgia, it's going to be between Georgia, Florida State, Texas, and Alabama. To me, Texas should go in because Texas beat Alabama in Alabama by 10 points.
Okay, so Bama beats Georgia, the number 1 team in the nation, the 2-time defending national champions, and wins the SEC, and they're not in, is what you're telling me.
I didn't say that. I just gave you my 3rd team in.
That's fair.
So to me, Michigan, the winner of Washington, Oregon, those 2 teams are going to be in for me, right?
Then your 4th team in that scenario would be Georgia.
Yeah, no, it'd be Georgia or Alabama. To me, you got to pick between Georgia and Alabama. You can't get 2 SEC teams in. You can't.
Why the hell can't you?
Because Texas beat Alabama.
I don't, but I think that was week 2.
I don't care. So why play the games then if they don't matter, D?
I'm not saying that it don't matter. I'm just saying, man.
They got the best win of the whole of anybody.
I think Texas gets left out in that scenario. If Florida State wins, they'd be the 4th team.
Florida State, they're not going to put Florida State in because they're going to be on that 3rd string quarterback.
But what if they win, Corey? They're undefeated. They're not going to. Is
it the best teams or the most deserving?
The most deserving.
Okay, because I thought the committee was supposed to put the 4 best teams in.
But they'll put Florida State in there because they're the ACC champs and they're undefeated. They'll put them in there. I guarantee it.
Oh my gosh, bro!
Look, they got their ass in there right now.
I wouldn't put them in.
I wouldn't either because they're going to get skull dragged by whoever they play. I mean,
let me ask you this: if you're on a committee, right, and Florida State wins, what's your vote? What are you voting? You're voting to keep them out or put them in?
I'm putting an Ohio State or a Texas in before I put a Florida State in.
Okay, thank you.
No, I am. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. All I'm saying is I'm going off what history has showed me. And if Florida State were to win, the committee will put them in.
They'll be a damn fool if they did.
They'll do it.
Oh my God! Please don't let that happen. I'm actually going to switch my pick now. I want Louisville to win. There's no way Florida State should be in without their starting
They
quarterback.
really shouldn't. They really should. But that's a shame though, because Jordan Travis was absolutely balling for them.
He was.
That's a shame, man. I hate to see that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, because Florida State really was a good football team.
Oh yeah.
And then he gets hurt, and I mean, man, that's a blow.
It changed a lot. That's just the nature of the beast. Well, let's say this: we got Michigan. We both pick Oregon. So let's say it's Michigan, Oregon. Let's say Florida State does win, and they go with your line of thinking. They put Florida State in. So now it's one spot for 3 teams. All right.
Your 3 teams are Oregon, Ohio State, and Texas.
No, me and you both pick Oregon, right? So me and you are both saying that Oregon's going to be in. We both pick Michigan. Michigan's going to be in. If Florida State wins, you're saying that the committee's going to put them in. So there's 3 spots right now. And if Alabama beats Georgia, there's 1 spot left. Does Alabama get in over Texas, even though Texas beat them?
Because they're not leaving both Georgia and Bama out. That's not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen. That's absolute chaos. I would hate to be the person that had to pick that.
Can I ask you this? If it were OU in the same position, if OU went to Alabama in week 3 of the season and beat Alabama by 10 points, and then they were right now at number 7, and they won the Big 12 championship. Would you be pissed off that if Alabama got in over OU?
I would, but I think that Texas is going to be the odd man out in this one, just like I think OU would be the odd man out in that scenario. I just do, because I think that it's kind of show me what you've done right now type of thing, and just doing that in the SEC. They pull up in there in the SEC championship in Atlanta, Georgia, Corey, and they beat the Bulldogs, the 2-time defending national champions. Alabama's in that thing. They're in. There's no doubt about it. They are in.
Okay.
And Texas would be the team that would be out. And I hate to just because. Now, here's the thing. Let's flip something on this head. Texas needed BYU to beat Oklahoma State because they needed Oklahoma in that Big 12 championship game. Because if Texas were to play Oklahoma, this isn't happening, so it's really hypothetically.
It wouldn't matter, though, by what you're saying, because Alabama's going to go in there and beat the number 1 team in the country. It doesn't matter if Texas beats OU.
It does. Yes, the hell it does. The hell it does.
That changes nothing.
How does it not?
Because Alabama beat Georgia.
But I appreciate that. But you would have Texas avenging their only loss in the regular season.
Still don't mean shit.
It damn sure does.
It doesn't. Because you just told me Texas beating Alabama means nothing. So no, there's a head-to-head. Texas and Alabama played, and Texas beat them by 10 points. So if that doesn't matter, hold on. Let me finish this, and I'll let you talk. If Texas and Alabama played a football game in 2023 and Texas beat Alabama in Alabama by 10 points, and you're telling me that doesn't mean shit to you, then why in the hell would Texas beating OU mean anything if Alabama beats the number 1 team in the country who's won the past 2 national championships? It means nothing, because if you're not going to look at the head-to-head, if you're not going to look at Texas and Alabama playing,
it's avenging the loss.
But the 2 teams played each other.
No, I appreciate that, but that would be the second time that OU and Texas have played. They didn't play.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so
Texas and Alabama played.
Okay, let me ask you this: if Bama and
Texas
doesn't
have shit to do with this.
That's fine, but if Bama and Texas line up right now, who's winning that football game, Corey? Who's winning it?
Texas already beat them in Alabama.
So Texas is winning that football game.
They already did.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
by
that.
By 10 points.
I appreciate it.
What am I missing?
I get
am I missing something?
Hey, here's the thing. That might not matter, because really, if we want to keep it real 100, Georgia's about to beat Bama. Bama's not about to beat Georgia. Michigan's going to win. Oregon's going to win. And then it's going to be between Florida State, Ohio State, and it's going to be between Texas. That's where we're going to be. That's really where we're going to be at.
You know what Georgia's been hearing? Is going to hear this whole week too. Is everybody arguing about the same thing we just argued about? And Georgia's going to be pissed.
And here's the
by
thing.
the time they get to Saturday.
And here's the thing: Georgia wins, Michigan wins, Oregon wins. Corey, you also have Washington. Like I said, that scenario earlier, close game against Oregon. They only lose by 3. They already beat them earlier in the season. You see what I mean? They might be that 4th team, Corey.
Now that's the scenario I can see. Yeah, I can see that.
You could easily, if Georgia wins, Michigan wins, and then Oregon, I could see Washington as that 4th.
Yeah, I can see that.
That could happen because a close loss to Oregon would look better than Texas's loss to number 12 Oklahoma at that time, and then you're beating that's whew, it's crazy. It's crazy because you're still going to have people that are pissed off because you're going to have the Texas fans sitting there. Well, we just won the Big 12. Well, yeah, but you had a loss and Washington had a loss. So at the end of the day, whose loss would be better? I'd take Washington's.
Yeah. Well, okay. And if you're a Texas fan or any coach in America, why in the hell would you schedule any tough out-of-conference game?
Really though?
Why? Why would you? If you're a coach, would you schedule a tough out-of-conference game in week 2 of the season?
No,
because Michigan, it doesn't mean shit 10 weeks later.
Michigan didn't play nobody until Penn State, my guy.
I know, and look where they're sitting. They're sitting at number 2.
Thank you.
Texas scheduled Alabama and beat Alabama, who was number 3 at the time, and they've gotten no love off of that. They have the best win out of all of these teams in the top 8. Texas has the best win out of anybody.
They do,
and they can't get ranked above Ohio State or Oregon.
Washington might have the best win out of anybody because they beat Oregon.
Can I ask you this? If Oregon and Alabama played, who you picking?
Oregon.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I would.
That's fair.
I know I might get like.
I just think it's harder. It's harder to go into Tuscaloosa and beat Alabama by 10 points.
I get it, but at the end of the day, who are you taking, Bo Nix or Quinn Ewers?
I'd probably take Bo Nix.
There it is. That's the difference. That's your difference right there between an Oregon and a Texas. I'm not slighting Texas or Bama by any means. I do think this year, as of right now, because Jalen Milroe or Bo Nix, you're taking Bo Nix. You got to. I just don't think you're about to see this Saturday. Georgia's about to. I think they're about to handle Bama, man. I really do.
That's why they play the games.
I didn't know you're absolutely right. I just don't think Bama's just Jalen Milroe and them boys ain't about to beat Brock Bowers and Carson Beck. They ain't about to beat them, man. They're just not. Georgia's rolling, bro. They're rolling.
Yeah, they are. It hurts to say this, but go Texas.
I can't believe he said that. He's not in here. He's not in here no more. I didn't want to interrupt you earlier whenever he said that, but I'm like, Steven, if you go back and watch this, man, that was terrible take, my guy. Ever say that again. Never go Texas. Never.
Oh, man.
And I know why he's saying that, because there's a scenario to where if Texas were to win and go to the college football playoff, Oklahoma would go to a New Year's Six bowl. Me, I'll take an Alamo Bowl against whoever for Texas not to be in the playoff. I don't care. I don't want to see. I really, at the end of the day, Corey, I don't want Texas in the playoff. I don't.
I don't either, because I want OSU to win the Big 12 championship. So I damn sure don't want Texas in.
But there's a part of me that wants to see a number 4 Texas against number 1 Georgia and just see. I just want to see, because there's all them people that talked all that trash when OU went to them playoffs, and they had to play the Bamas, and they had to play the Georgias and the Clemsons and the LSU. Yeah. I mean, so come on. You
want them to get a taste?
Go get a taste of it. I don't want them to play no Michigan or no Oregon or nothing like. No, I want to see them go up against Georgia. Go. You know what I mean? Be that 4th team and go up in there, go pull up to Georgia. Go.
So real quick, who's your Final Four? Who you got
I mean,
Georgia winning, you got
I got
Michigan winning,
I
you got
got
Oregon
Georgia.
winning, and you now you just told me FSU's gonna lose. So who's gonna be your third? You got Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, and who?
Well, my fourth, you mean?
Yeah, because you said Georgia's gonna win. You said Michigan's gonna win. You said Oregon's gonna win. You picked Louisville to beat FSU earlier. So who would be your fourth team in?
Honestly, I think they put Washington in there.
You think so? Over OSU, yeah. I mean, OSU they have an argument now. I mean, we were here talking about Ohio State. Their only loss is on the road to Michigan by 6 points.
Yeah, but they lost.
A lot of teams on here lost. Well, Washington would have just had lost.
Yeah, and then we get back into those better losses, and that was a close game on the road at Michigan. Man, that's spicy. See, that's where it gets crazy. At fourth spot in that scenario with
Do you take a Washington or Ohio State?
I mean, I'd have to say I'm changing my thing on. Yeah, because you'd have Texas as.
Texas wins, Ohio State doesn't play, and then you got Washington, who would have lost a close game to Oregon.
But you would have Texas, who would have the Big 12 championship. The win against Alabama earlier in the season would be on their resume.
Why does it matter now? But it wouldn't matter if Alabama won. That's what I don't get. And I'm not coming at you about it. I'm just saying people would use that logic, right? I guess what you're saying is Alabama's win over Georgia would be so much that it outweighs. It's like the trump card. It's like the ace of spades, right?
Pretty much. It's just it's there. You know what I mean? It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. To be completely honest with you, because I think Texas actually would get in that scenario. Looking at it
over Washington and Ohio State,
because they'd have something that both of them don't. That'd be a conference title, and that's always been a de facto thing whenever it comes to getting in.
That's true. That's one of their.
So if it plays into that, you would have Texas sitting there. Texas would be in. I could see that. Number 4 against Georgia. That's where they'd be. Yep. Okay, so Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, Texas. That's what I could see. That's a realistic thing. That's real. Flip it all up on its head though, and let Bama beat Georgia, let Oregon beat Washington, let Florida State lose to Louisville. Then we're sitting here like, holy smokes, what are we gonna do? So
yeah.
It's crazy. Saturday is going to be fun. I'm going to be sitting there with a case of cold beer in my hand, man. I'm going to be just watching from 11 o'clock on.
There's nothing I would love more throughout that day to just have chaos. Like OSU beat Texas. Somehow Iowa State beat Michigan. Like that shit would really get good. I know. That's what I'm saying. But you never know, man. That's the reason they're playing the game.
No.
If it happened, it'd be crazy.
There's no way. They're not going to be able to score. Move the ball. No. There's no way. No way in hell. That's I'll bet my left nut on that, Corey. That won't happen. Yeah. I can promise you that one, my guy. Not literally. People don't hold me to that. That's not literally. I won't cut my left nut off. But yeah.
Look, as it stands, Alabama literally holds the key to chaos. I mean, them beating Georgia it sets off a chain of events that a lot of people are going to be talking about.
I think in that instance, Georgia and Bama both get in.
I don't see that happening.
I don't. I do, because you're not holding the number 1 team. They've been the number 1 team in the nation all year. That has to mean something.
Whoa. You're telling, okay, so if Alabama beats Georgia, you got them both getting in?
Yeah. I do. Because they're not holding the SEC champion and Nick Saban out, my guy. Come on, bro. Just think about this. There's politics involved in this shit, too. Don't get it twisted. It's ratings, revenue, big time games. SEC.
Yeah,
SEC. Come on, bro.
yeah.
If that happens, and then you're going to have a lot of pissed off fans at Texas. You're going to have a lot of pissed off fans at Washington, Ohio
Oregon.
State, all them
Yeah.
boys. They're going to be mad, but that's okay. Go to the SEC and go play in the SEC if you want to get mad. Really?
Yeah.
Because the national champion usually comes out of that conference for the most part.
Yeah, it's been pretty spot on for the past 20 years.
So are you think that's a crazy take? Do you not think Georgia and Bama both? Okay, so they're dropping Georgia out completely, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't take both teams, but I think what you just said made a lot of sense. I didn't think about the politics of it, the rating side, and how much people love the SEC. I think if Alabama wins, I think you're right. I think they both get in.
They'll be right there, like 4-3, 3-4.
Yeah. Yep.
Right there. And then here's
they both will probably win and play in the national championship.
That's exactly what it's about. And that'll be a national title, Bama versus Georgia. You can mark it. You can book it. You can book it. It's a book.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting. Right. It's gonna be real, man. It's gonna be crazy, and it's gonna be real to get on here after they do their preview on Sunday and they do their picks.
And yeah, we're gonna have a big show.
And to see, I think we should hop on here when they're doing it live, to be completely honest.
And react live.
Reaction.
Yes. I'm down for that. 100%.
I'm down there in those comments, guys. If we get 5 comments on this, 5 comments talking about it, letting us know, we'll do it. If not, we might still do it. But no, drop down there and give us those comments, though, because we want that. Also, to like this thing, too. I want y'all to like this video. But, man, you got anything else you want to talk about, bro?
Nah, man. All I got to say is go Pokes. Let's go get it done, boys.
I mean, hey, like
Cowboys
I said, man.
Against the world.
I'm rooting for you, bro. I really am. I don't want to see Texas win the Big 12. Really don't. Let's go. Let's go. I'm butthurt, man. I mean, come on, man. The rating. We want to talk about ratings. You want to talk about the best ratings for the Big 12? It's OU Texas. Let's just be real and call it what it is. But hey, we couldn't make it, so we're sending our little brother over there to handle them Shorthorns, man.
Yep. Just think, if y'all to beat Kansas, y'all to been in right now. Just think.
Or if that ref would have just called a pass interference like he was supposed to. Been first and goal, hey. But hey, I digress. What do you know? What do you know? The ball would have been on the 2-yard line. We might have scored.
But if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. So
2 times. It's 2 times. I'm glad we ain't got to go pull up there to Stillwater no more. We all smack on that wall no more, my guy. I'm done. I'm done with that shit.
Vice versa. I'm glad we don't have to go to fucking Norman anymore. I tell you that. Excuse my language.
That's fine. We don't want y'all here anymore anyway.
Good. Yeah, we don't like that place.
Y'all just come stop by and watch some real SEC football whenever y'all get tired of that Big 12.
That I will do. I'm gonna pull up to some. I'm pulling up to some games. Y'all get Alabama at home next year, right?
Yeah. And Tennessee.
The whole state of Oklahoma is gonna be at that damn Alabama game.
And South Carolina too, which I was a little upset today. I seen on Twitter. This is something just quick. Spencer Rattler's declaring for the NFL draft. I don't know how that's gonna work out for my guy, but hey. Yikes.
Best to you, man. Best of luck to you.
Yikes. If he's declared for the NFL draft, so can Dylan Gabriel. But Wait, speaking of which, Jeff Lebby, new head coach, Mississippi State. I'm not upset by that.
You're not upset about it, but you're not happy about it?
It's something that happens at good programs. I mean, look at Bama, man. They go through coordinators all the time. As long as we got Brent Venables at the helm, we're gonna be just fine.
Are y'all gonna hire within? Is it gonna be Joe John or
it was Seth Luttrell and Joe John Finley, their co-offensive coordinators. So Seth Luttrell is going to be coaching the quarterbacks and calling the plays, and Joe John Finley is going to be co-offensive coordinator and coaching the tight ends still. So they did keep it within. They didn't hire from without, which I think is good. I mean, the recruits, from what I've been seeing, OU's not losing any recruits over this. We're just status quo, man. It's just status quo. I wasn't worried about losing recruits, though, because at the end of the day, Jeff Levy went to Mississippi State. Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. Come on. Are you really, if you have an opportunity to play at the University of Oklahoma, are you really about to go to Mississippi State?
Oh, man.
Probably not.
If you want to be 6-6 for the rest of your career, or 5-7 or whatever they are.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I digress. I'm happy though. I'm excited. We went 10-2, Corey. I'm not upset as a Sooner fan this season. You see what I mean? So after going 6-7 last year, let's go win our bowl game, finish the season 11-2, whatever bowl game we have, and we'll go from there.
Yep.
Get some more recruits in. We got another top 10 recruiting class. Get some more dudes in. Get ready for the SEC, man. That's just where we're at now.
Yep.
So.
All right, brother.
All right, Tim. Well, shoot, bro. I will holler at you, my guy. As always, guys, y'all already know what to do. Y'all already know the drill. Peace out, guys.
Peace.